What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 29 of Rookie Mondays. Today we're here to give you our Investfest recap. And for those that don't know, Investfest is like a huge networking event. We're talking over 12,000 people that gathered, that are entrepreneurs, financial experts, just leaders in so many different fields coming together, putting their brains together and working together. And we got a whole lot of value from it.
That's a fact.
We also provided a lot of value there. So we're here to give you our recap of what the event was like and some big takeaways that we took from it. So, Noski, first of all, how do you feel about Investfest?
Yeah, I thought it was a dope event. Honestly, like, this was our first event in terms of Back Talk, right? Like, Rel and I, obviously, we know each other forever, but we wanted to go to the event together and invest in ourselves, right? And it was a humbling experience. Like, I'll say very honestly, like, if you guys have never been in a room where you're the smallest person in the room, please do that at least once in your life, because it makes you realize how high you really want to go, right? Like, it made us motivated, I would say, to be like, yo, we really want to be at the top. Like, we want to be on the stage. So I thought the event was dope. Definitely learned a lot, which we're going to dive into later. But the people that we met and the people that we were able to even help out, like literally sit down and sit with the women, like break down life insurance for her, right? Just sit down. She was just mind blown that we paid a lot of money to be at this event, right? We were VIP there. So she was mind blown that we invested that much money in ourselves. And I was like, man, like, with all due respect, you could do the same. Exactly. And then she ended up following the page. She ended up liking, and she was like, you guys are two good brothers that really did this. And I was like, that was humbling. It made me honestly very emotional.
Nah, I feel you on that. Like, I've even had like a couple people stop me,
take pictures,
that recognize me and stuff. And Back Talk is a newer channel. Like, we've only launched this year. Mm-hmm. We started off in schools, so it's interesting that now that we have this media platform, we have people from different areas recognizing us that are strangers. Like, for us, that's new so far. Yeah, so like that was humbling too, to know that, like, okay, this message is getting out there. Yeah, like, even though sometimes we feel like, yo, Instagram not messing with us.
I mean, that's just IG in general. Like, I feel like it's a lot of BS that we really deal with, right? At the end of the day, but just to be there with 12,000 people in the building, and we represent New York hard. I just want y'all to know that, like, for a fact, I almost got an argument at one point. Yo, they really tried to kick me out of VIP for no reason. I was like, nah, I'm not from the ATL, bro. Like, we're not doing this.
We not with none of that.
But honestly, it was crazy because, like, when we're walking with the energy and the confidence to different vendors, right? Because think about this, right? It's 12,000 people. I think 2,000 were VIP. And I think like 10,000 were GA, I want to say, right? So there's different vendors that also come. Vendors are basically people who have brands and businesses, and they're entrepreneurs, and they get to basically pitch and promote their sales, right, to the population.
Yeah, they set up shop. They have a whole like stand.
Exactly. So when we were walking around introducing ourselves, like what we do, right, like we had new merch out as well. If you guys are liking this merch, we got a lot of compliments on our merch that we were rocking as well, so we're going to promote that. But walking around with the confidence that we were from New York, walking around that Bad Talk was there, it was just dope because people were really messing with us, and it just felt really, really good.
For real, we rubbing shoulders and shaking hands with millionaires and even
billionaires, bro. Literally, yes. I called my mom and I texted her. I was like, "Yo, like we're literally sitting in a room with millionaires and billionaires, and it's like mine is getting blown right now. Like, it's crazy."
Exactly, because we still young. We're still young. A lot of these people are older than us too. So, like we said, it's just overall humbling. It's like, yo, we're gonna be there, maybe even sooner than they got there. Yeah. So it's like there's a lot of motivation behind that, and it's just like even the celebrities we saw, like Steve Harvey came to give a whole speech. Tyler Perry came out. Man, they got Tyler Perry to come out there.
T.I., Rick Ross.
Yup. T.I., Rick Ross, Dame Dash. I love Dame Dash. Anybody that know me know I love Dame Dash. So everything he spit.
Eric Thomas.
Oh my gosh, come on, bro.
Yeah, no, there was a lot. There was a lot going on.
Yeah, bro. So it's like the people they brought a lot of motivation to us as well, and gave us a whole lot of gems. And we're gonna talk about these gems a little bit too.
Yeah, honestly, like, look, so we're gonna have a vlog, right, that we're gonna basically post on Wednesday for you guys, where we recap everything, because we took a bunch of footage. We have a lot of footage from this event where we even interviewed people, right? You gotta make sure you subscribe to the channel and watch what we're about to put on Wednesday, because it's a dope recap. Like, I beat Rel in basketball sometimes. Now I'm playing. He definitely beat me. I'll be honest. It's for those who don't know, it's his birthday coming up, so make sure, I'm gonna be nice to him. Make sure y'all like and support the brand, because that would be a great birthday wish for him. All right. Nice. So basically, y'all, we're gonna put a vlog out on Wednesday where we have everything. But right now, let's just talk about the gems that we got, bro, because we want to give it to them.
Yeah. So one gem that really stood out to me was like something Steve Harvey said, and he was talking about.
You're about to take mine. Go ahead.
He's talking about taking risks.
No, not that actually. Go ahead.
Good, yeah, because the one he said about taking risks, like, I think we don't give ourselves enough credit, everybody. Like, when we jump into something, we're gonna figure it out. Like we're really made to survive, for real. Like, we're going to figure it out. A lot of times, fear is our biggest enemy. Like, ourselves, y'all. like I've said the quote many times, but like you don't ever want to be smart enough to doubt yourself. Like you gotta almost head into stuff like without, because like I said, you get too smart to doubt yourself sometimes. Like literally, you think about every single way that things could go wrong, and you're holding yourself back. Give yourself more credit than that. And Steve Harvey that was like a huge point he was trying to drive home.
Yeah,
and it was hitting it for me.
Yeah, no, that was a dope one. I like that one a lot because at the end of the day, we took a risk to start a channel, right? Like we're not YouTubers, we're not IG famous, we're not TikTok famous, and we're learning everything. And now people are stopping us at crowds of 12,000 people and asking us to take pictures. So clearly, the risk is paying off, right? But another one from Steve Harvey, which is most of these I feel like are going to be from him. Honestly, he's Uncle Steve, like for real.
He's great.
But yeah, bro, like I think two things, right? So he said basically, there's anytime you're down in life. Right? Anytime you're down in life, there's always two things that come out of it. One is a lesson, and two is a blessing. And I was like, okay, what does that really mean? Basically, like any single time you've been down in life, right? You have to wait a little bit to understand what like why was I down, right? And then that becomes your lesson. Like, okay, I learned why I was down. Like, what caused me to be down, right? And after you learn your lesson, God comes out and gives you a blessing because everything happens for a reason. And when he said that, I was like, I started thinking about everything in life, and I was like, yo, like every situation I've been down in, I've come back, right?
Exactly.
And I've learned a lesson, and it was a blessing in disguise because I'm like, imagine I wasn't down and I kept on making the same mistakes over and over, and I continued those patterns, I would be in a worse situation.
Right.
So that really stuck to me, and I was like, this man is, and this leads to the second point, he says old is gold, and it really is, y'all. Like, just because we're young and we can figure out tech does not mean the people who are ahead of us and older than us, just because they can't figure out tech doesn't mean that they don't have knowledge or they don't have value, right?
Yeah.
Like, this man is old, but he's given so much value, and everyone was silent in that room, just taking notes and soaking in the information. So that was my, lesson that I got from him.
Yeah, I love that. That was something that spoke to me as well. And something that Tyler Perry said, another GOAT, something that he said was like, basically the concept of people will fall off on the way to the top.
Yeah.
You have to understand that and accept that and expect that. Literally, as you're growing, expect the people in your life, some of them will not make it to the top. And it's not even something you're doing wrong. Some of them just can't handle the new you. As you elevate, you're not even doing anything wrong. Your character might be the same. You're still a great person, but they just can't handle this new level of success you've gotten to. Yeah. And it happens to every successful person. So don't feel alone in that, one. And two, like I said, expect it. Because ultimately, expectations is what leads to disappointments, right? So don't expect better than that, because of you're probably not going to get that. Most successful people have the same sentiment.
Yeah. No, it's true. Like, at the end of the day, like, everyone really does have the same sentiment. We've had numerous people on the podcast come out. We've had numerous people who are successful that we follow online talk about this as well. At the end of the day, you're going to move past people, right? That's just how it is. And it's okay. Like, I know I'm super emotional when it comes to this stuff. Like, I don't like letting people go, especially if I consider them family. And you know my story, basically, right? Like, there's a lot of stuff that's happened where people just detach themselves. It's okay. Like, when Tyler Perry said that, I was like, yo, this man has a lot of money and a lot of success in life. And that was like a huge thing for me as well. Yeah. But another thing he said was guilt is terrible, right? I think Steve Harvey actually said that. He said guilt is the most stupid emotion possible, right? And then Tyler Perry said, don't be afraid to ask for money. Like, you want green in life. And when he said that, I was like, hold up for a sec. Like, a lot of times, I feel like sometimes we're like, yo, we're money hungry, right? Yeah. Bro, be money hungry. Like, yes, go after the bag. There's a reason why we're called the Bag Talk Show. Go after the bag. Don't be scared about it. So that was a gem that I took away. There was one exercise. Actually, you were there. Yo, the exercise this woman did. I want y'all to do the same exercise.
I was going to say this too.
Oh, you were, right? Yo, okay, so twinning, basically. But peep, basically, guys, I want you to take the amount of money you make after tax. For those who don't know what that means, basically, your monthly income that you get, your paycheck, right? So take that, and now keep on dividing that until you figure out how much you make per minute, right? Literally, that's how much you want to figure that out. That's going to be the most humbling experience of your life. I don't care if you make $500,000. I don't care if you make $60,000. It's going to humble you. And then you realize, is that what you want to be worth a minute? Because this is a catch. If you're late in your flight by a minute, you end up losing $300, right? So unless you're making $300 per minute, is a flight that's being missed worth more than your time, more than you? And the answer is always no. Nothing is worth more than you at all. If you think you're worth $10 million, you're worth $10 million. If you think you're worth $5, you're worth $5. So change your mindset and you're going to be good.
Yeah, and that got from us we got these lessons from being in the room because we were just walking around networking, talking to different CEOs, different business owners, different people who are doing major things, and we're picking up gems like these humbling gems. And that's another lesson I took, just literally being in the room, like proximity.
Shout out to Seven.
For real, and I know Seven is big on this too, like proximity is everything. Because when you're in your area and you're around the people that you grew up with, a lot of times they're not on the same type of time as you. And so they're actually holding you back. Not even in a bad way. It's just what it is. Let's talk reality. They're holding you back. But when you're in rooms like these that we just spoke about, it makes you realize things you never even considered. And so like that exercise that she did with us with how much are you worth per minute is like, dang, nobody ever put it to me like that.
Yeah, like
you feel like you're the man in your area until you go out there.
That's the biggest thing. Like when you playing basketball, right? And everyone's like, yo, I'm the man in my local neighborhood. All right, you trash in the goddamn league though, right? Like you can't even ball in your league, and then you're nice in your league, but then you go to high school, you're trash in high school. You're nice at high school, but you're trash at AAU. You're good at AAU, but you're trash at college. You're good at college, but you're trash in the NBA. Like there's a certain level. You gotta go after it like someone is trying to take your spot away every damn day, because there is someone that's trying to take your spot away every day. That's the lesson. So we dropped a bunch of gems on y'all, right? We got a lot of gems, and we're gonna share a lot more information on the vlog. So I'm excited for that.
The vlog is gonna be fun. Make sure y'all tune into that. Make sure you guys know your purpose, know your why, and go after what you want, because that's something we got from this, is just making sure that we're fulfilling our purpose in this Back Talk mission, and that's just to get information out to every last one of you and make sure we all become millionaires together.
Facts.
And this vlog is going to be so dope, so make sure y'all check it out on Wednesday, y'all.
Facts. I'm excited for it, but honestly, this is a different type of episode, right, from Rookie Mondays that we typically do, because we wanted you guys to learn. Like, remember, just because we're going to make it doesn't mean we're going to leave you guys behind, right? Everywhere we go, y'all come with us. And that's why we want to recap everything. But, as Raul said, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Plus, hit that little notification bell because we drop
2 videos a week.
And you don't want to miss them. Make sure you check out our episode on Wednesday. But until then, peace.
Peace.